So,
Nice.
thinking of Heir to the Empire adaptations,
Oh boy.
we have this anime episode 1 fan film for Heir to the Empire.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Empire again.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. It's like, it's great people do the adaptations and everything, and
yeah.
there's different styles and it's unique, but it's like the same story again, which isn't anything on the fault of anyone. But
Well, it just speaks to its popularity that
Yeah.
the novel, as we just pointed out, is what, 40 odd years old or whatever, more, whatever.
yeah,
It's 4 decades old. And we're still getting adaptations of it. We're still getting references to it in actual, Disney styles canon for what that's worth. But we're still getting merch for it. Like, they're still releasing figures from it and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, it still gets love 40 years later. And it was, a novel trilogy from the early 90s.
Yeah.
So it speaks a lot for its quality, which is good.
yeah. And they probably pick it as a way of, okay, most people say it's a good entry point into the EU.
That too. No, definitely that too.
So it's good for introducing people to it. So
And in terms of art style, what I'm seeing already looks great.
yeah, I like anime. I don't know 100% how you feel about some things, but it's like
I like anime. Yes.
some of this definitely looks better because it looks hand drawn compared to some of the newer computer generated stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly not as obsessed with anime as some people I know, but I do like it.
Yeah,
So.
it's not like my whole life, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy. So
Casual anime enjoyer.
casual anime enjoyer looks at my anime list. Have I watched that much anime?
Oh dear.
So we'll see what they've done, but it looks cool, and the Nogro look pretty accurate in this picture to the description.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Actually, looks a bit more vicious, than usual, to be honest.
I guess they're going for
Sometimes-
that look for here, probably.
Sometimes they almost look a bit clumsy because they're quite a lot smaller, and that definitely looks like something I wouldn't want to fight.
Yeah, which is good because that's the impression I get from reading it.
Yeah, oh definitely, yeah.
So let's see how it is. Of course, the opening crawl a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Of course, gotta have that.
Ah, they changed the pitch of the music.
Is that how they get around the old copyright? Surely not.
I don't think it works like that, but
I
hey,
don't think so
they wanted
either.
to keep the music in here.
Yeah. They could have just played it on a kazoo or something. Because I don't know if that's going to pass muster actually. If they come around here for DRM sort of copyright strike.
Oh, well, Disney would take... They'd probably just slap a copyright claim on it and take all the money from any ads and whatever.
Yeah.
Which it would automatically do that. Because I know for every single Star Wars game that has any sort of movie music, it's like, nah, done. Copyright claimed.
In fact, this video right now, since you're playing the stream, which has the music under it, claim.
Yeah. Claim. Jedi Power Battles. Claim. Revenge of the Sith. Claim. Because I'm playing Revenge of the Sith at the moment. I'm probably going to finish that tonight as of this recording on stream. And it's like, yeah.
Discreetly uncovered 2 vital discoveries.
Ooh.
Heavens. Yeah, it's a nice touch, the crawl.
Yeah. It just makes it feel more like the movies, which is good.
Yeah. The old pan down. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the flappy hair. That shadow was interesting.
Hello. It's been a while.
Yes. And my time with you is coming to an end. My journey must continue on through the Force.
You can't go. I need you
So
here.
it looks like they've done some 3D modeling here.
A new generation of Jedi.
Yeah.
Not as the last.
Luke also looks very young, but I guess it's just an anime thing that.
Yeah, anime
Happens a lot.
tends to make him look a bit younger with the style.
On the Force.
Yeah.
It will always be your ally.
But there was that really good
Yes, Master.
anime trailer for Heir to the Empire that someone did at one point. Oh no, for A New Hope that someone did at one point,
Master Luke, is everything alright?
which is a different
Let's just
style,
say goodbye
a
to an
bit
old
different
friend.
style again.
Mistress Lena was concerned and asked me to check on you.
She's been practicing her Jedi skills. Tell her everything's fine, and that she should get some rest.
I will, sir, but I'm afraid she hasn't been sleeping well. What with Han Solo's silhouette and the morning
I quite
sun.
like that every adaptation I've ever seen so far tends to get 3PO quite good.
Yeah,
I
the
guess
voice
he's easy
is
to get quite good.
on point.
Yeah.
As well, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Cantina band, let's go!
AI artifacts.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I don't blame people for using AI, but that is something you notice.
Yeah, just like kind of the melting faces and just yeah.
This nose. This.
The nose just sort of like
The
hands
nose.
with the camera.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like, yeah, I guess that's in point in favor of doing it all yourself and not relying on
This
AI.
lady here at the table, her face just melted onto the table. Like to the right there.
Looks like it.
That's a rough day. I don't know what she's drinking, but I'm not having any of that.
It must be coming some of that. What was the drink that the Wookiees have that are super
No,
strong?
she's had a couple of shots of that. Just
Yeah.
oh man.
One shot.
I mean, for a quick panning shot, it still works, but
Yeah. I mean, like, noticing details.
yeah,
That's basically it.
it still works for a little pan.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the movement. Especially on this lady here.
That's right, Travis.
Oh, holy chin strap! Look at that fella.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. And does this have something to do with the New Republic's ongoing fight with the Empire?
No. What we need is to get the trade routes going again.
Ha! Come on, Solo. You know these smugglers don't want to answer to nobody.
Hey, everyone answers.
I do like these parts. This looks quite good.
That
Yeah.
used to be Jabba.
no, definitely.
Especially the look for
Well,
what's his
I
face with
guess
the
it's no
goggles.
secret.
Goggle man.
Look, he reminds me of a lot of some of the earlier anime cyberpunk type characters
Yeah,
I'd like to know
with the style of the goggles and the overalls and that.
yeah. There is still the dicey motion blur, and they're using their hands and stuff. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It is, it is absolutely what it is. What an accent.
That head movement was weird.
I want to discuss the
Like,
promotion.
Promotion, huh? I've only been with the group for 6 months.
Time has never been.
okay, yeah, that is a choice on the voice.
Results.
Mm.
I've been lucky.
Starring Antonio Banderas as Talon Card.
You're going to be my second in command.
I'm gonna make you an offer you cannot refuse.
Yes.
It's Abe, sir. We've got an Imperial Star Destroyer in orbit. We believe it to be the Chimera.
Give me a hailing.
Yes, sir. Coming through on screen now.
Imperial Star Destroyer Chimera. I am Talon Guard. How may I be of assistance?
This is Captain Pelion. We are in no need.
That is a mustache.
We are only
That
here
is.
to collect some specimens.
Would you like some face with that mustache?
That's reminding me of Sonic.
We'll find collecting
With
star
the giant mustache on the older Robotnik fella.
Just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Know of the Grand Admiral. Allow me to send some assistance your way,
Wowee.
free of charge.
Your generosity will be remembered.
They're going after Skywalker.
Yes.
Okay, they've done it again.
Yep. As I was saying to you before, every adaptation just seems to slip this kind of stuff in, but okay.
Like, I kind of understand it makes it identifiable from other Star Destroyers just on sight.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to see... Oh, there we go. I really want to see a version that doesn't have the very distinctive markings, so someone just looks up in the sky and goes, "Oh, that's the Chimera."
Yeah. Well, also, just from I said this before during the other adaptation, just from a tactical standpoint, it's not really a good idea to have such a massive reference to where the command center of any battle group is.
Yeah.
So if you're just out, just like, okay, everyone, I want you to fire at that particular destroyer.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the points of why he uses a normal Star Destroyer as well. Is that even if he has like a Super Star Destroyer in the fleet, he's not going to be stationed on it because it's a bigger target.
Yeah.
He chooses to play it more tactically and be nondescript in where the command center is.
You don't want to have everyone just focus on that bit.
Everyone
And that's
focus
what
your
happens
fire
when
on the Star Destroyer with the individual markings. We don't know what it is, but that must be the command center.
Some kind of crab. No, but you know, because even real world military situations, you're not supposed to salute on the field and stuff, or in an actual battle, because then snipers are like, oh, there's the officer. Pew!
Yeah.
You know, just you're not really supposed to be identifying this stuff. But anyway, here they are.
Yeah, they're doing it again.
Look, so far so good. Again, like the other adaptation. If this is the worst of it, we're alright.
Yeah, it's just probably the AI artifacting is worse than this.
Yeah.
But there we go.
The thing is, though, is if you actually went through, like, because I don't know if this is majority AI generated or what, but if you managed to go through and clean up some of those artifacts, I don't know if it would take long, but there's not much, right?
Yeah.
It really is. If you went through that Cantina shot, and you're like, okay, let's fix the woman's melting face, let's fix that nose. It'd be alright. It would actually just completely pass by and you wouldn't notice. So
Yeah. It stands
just some
out
little
because they have those artifacting.
Yeah, just a couple little tweaks.
And
it
I
would
think
be-
a bunch of seems like they've done the modelling and all that for the interactions between characters.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's
I
not
think
100% AI. It's like AI
I'm on
assisted.
5.5 minutes. I think when Mara was walking in, it was kind of a weird head bob. What was it here again?
Please have a seat.
So, what's this about, Card?
That was kind of odd. The way her eyes and that didn't really move with her head the way I thought they should.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's this about, Card?
This is
Yeah.
But that's very, very minor. It's very
Yeah. Again, if that was the worst of it, you wouldn't notice. It's just that
Yeah.
30 seconds previously to that, we watched a lady's face melt into a table.
Yeah.
And so now we're looking at everything.
And that could be an issue generally in an anime or something where they don't do the movement quite naturally. That's something that does occur.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it portrays the whole thing of in that scene she's scanning the area. Because she does that when
which
she
is what we're
enters
trying
the
to...
room. So
That actually
there's...
makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
that
as a
makes
character,
sense
that makes a
with
lot of sense.
So, yeah. Anyway. Stop painting your Star Destroyers. Stop painting your Star Destroyers.
Unless it's a really big red one.
Oh, unless it's the errant venture and you're
Yep,
taking it off.
that's allowed.
Dispatched to the surface to collect the specimen.
That is a hefty mustache.
Good. One more.
Hellion, what are you doing with my broom? Put it down at
What
once.
exactly is this puzzle?
There's some stuff on his hair there. Look at that. It wobbles.
Wobbly hair?
On the side of his head,
Yeah.
under the cap, just...
Again, though, I apologise in advance for how nitpicky we are. But,
This is how much we care.
yeah.
Thrawn looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
The complete and utter destruction of the rebellion.
Yeah, he does.
Wait, he has an Insalamiri already? He has an
Bit of foreshadowing. I bought this one on eBay. I'm here for the rest.
The final component.
yeah, that looks dead. Yeah, that looks dead. No wonder he's coming back.
I thought the Emperor had many.
I want a refund.
I bought this off eBay. Now I need to get the real thing.
Yeah. Like, all the models for the ships and everything just seem really good.
Are you the guardian of the mountain?
Oh, we've skipped ahead. That's why he's got the Azalamiri.
Stand down, Rook. I am Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Shouldn't Rook have been using a blaster? Shouldn't...
Old mate really likes knives.
Apparently. I know they like knives, but still, like, holds a knife up, growls, instead of holding the blaster up. They've changed the setting here, haven't they, too? Because this was out in the town area in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as a demonstration, he ordered Rook to destroy a building.
Yeah.
For what happens when you disobey him.
So it's definitely different. They're in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sewer at the moment.
Yeah.
Warlord of the Empire. Who are you?
Miss Wendy, Jedi Master.
Wait, what? Wait.
See you next week, everyone.
What?
You're alright. No worries.
What, how are they crediting him? Aves, that's the fella's name. They legit just put Mace Windu in there? I thought it could be like a... with 2 U's!
Is this the guy that did the Dark Empire adaptation, or what's going on?
I don't think so. It's a different style and it's a different channel.
Yeah. No, that's the exact same style. I noticed that anyway. Give you 7 minutes of this is pretty good.
But then again,
and then the last 10 seconds is bah.
Now with the advent of AI coming out, they could have just switched it to here, plug my stuff into AI.
As I said, I'd recognise it anyway. Just give you a really good adaptation, and at the end,
why are they replacing Jory Sabaoth?
Reasons. Why would you question it? Just reasons, I guess. Just throw the rest of the EU out of the way.
See, yeah, sure.
Sure, just do that.
Episode 2, Mace Windu kills Thrawn and Paleon.
Oh man!
And does that.
If in the next episode he's missing a hand, I'm just gonna get up and go.
What'd try and save this is the next episode they go, haha, it was a mask, pulls it off, I'm not Mace Windu, I'm Jory Sabaoth.
Or even worse, if Sabaoth comes up from behind, because you know how like he killed the Guardian of the Temple, like. So if this Mace clone is like, I killed the guy, and then Joris comes up, I killed the guy.
I killed the Guardian right in front of Thrawn.
Yeah, Thrawn's like, okay. Can I talk to you then? Like, I can only assume it's a bit like the Chimera having the designs, is that it makes it more recognisable to a casual audience. I can only assume that's what it is. But at the same time, then it throws everything else out, you know, because then if you do that, it's like, well, apart from throwing the Heir to the Empire entirely out, it's like, well, now, you know, Outbound Flight and Skywalkers and, you know,
everything that spawned off of it, being Joris Sabaoth and all that.
None of it makes sense anymore. The whole Sparty cylinder sort of thing. So the hero of Kartal, whatever it is, like that whole trilogy no longer makes sense because it's like, well,
So
it just sucks that it just sucks that at this point I'm laughing. Like, I don't know, 5 years ago.
If we stop it for 6.5 minutes, we're good. 6.5 minutes, we're good.
Yeah. Look, if we stop at 6.5 minutes, Thrawn's having a quick stop going down to the dunny somewhere in an arena. That's all we know here before he goes up to the town. Yeah. The other thing too, apart from the obvious what the hell at the end, I mean, great design for Windu. Anyone? Great design.
Neat scar on his face and that.
Yeah, like cool. Okay. Did well there. Should he be there? No. Does he look good? Yeah.
Most of it looks good. I think they must have AI generated most of it and then tried to tidy it up. Or
that's always a depressing thought that this is after they've tidied. But you could be right.
Because, like, especially with Palin's hair and all that there, it's like... These look better than the Cantina scene, so I think more attention was paid to it, and maybe it was touched up in parts. I don't know the process that they did.
Yeah. Now, do you know how happy I'm going to be, though, if this adaptation goes, and in every scene his moustache just gets a little bit bigger, comedically?
That would be hilarious.
Until by the end of it, it's just dragging on the floor.
Yeah, he ends up with the walrus going all the way down.
Just slowly but surely. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it throws everything else out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Throws a Darth Plagueis novel, Cloak of Deception, throws both of those out as well. Obviously, Outbound Flight, as I said.
Yeah, it's these gotcha moments, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. People seem to love the theory that Darth Windu, Mace Windu survived in some form or another. But if you're adapting something, I don't think you should be changing it that drastically.
He also hasn't survived. I mean, if we assume that this is a clone again.
Yeah.
Assume. Who knows where they're going to go with
Having
it.
Mace Windu instead of the real Mace Windu.
Yeah. I guess that's it. It's a clone. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of flings all that out the window too. I mean, I guess they could do it the same way because, Joruus was cloned without him knowing. So I guess if they clone Windu without him knowing, but at the same time, that's...
Or it's like his hand was chopped off and Palpatine just picked up his hand and went, huh.
Oh, not this again. Stop chopping off hands and cloning them. Had enough.
Palpatine's a hand guy.
They go into the back room of this place. There's a whole bunch of jars, and there's like Luke's hand from Cloud City. There's Mace Windu's hand from Coruscant. There's the Wampa from Empire Strikes Back. Its arms just like in a big glass jar.
There's a hand off of Plagueis.
Yeah. just a hand for everyone.
But
oh boy. No, it definitely throws everything else out of whack, significantly.
Yeah. Significantly. Because if you're going, okay, Mace Windu's gonna be in here, it's gonna turn into fan fiction pretty easily.
Yeah. And now it ends up being a story that doesn't fit either canon, so to speak. Not that I really care about the second canon, but it wouldn't fit either, so...
And then you go, well, okay, it could have been interesting if they went... do a separate story that's a fan film that you go, okay, Luke met Mace Windu in between Heir to the Empire and Dark Empire and that. Taught him a bit of a part, and that's what led him towards more of the dark side in Dark Empire.
Yeah.
Possibly. If you were trying to fill in a gap there and do something with Windu. But, yeah. Is anyone in the comments saying about this?
Because, like, in reverse, this would have actually worked quite well had Heir to the Empire not been written. And I know that sounds like a really dumb thing to say, but if the EU, if Star Wars had initially been written chronologically, and we thought Windu died in Episode 3, and then Heir to the Empire, a clone of him, rocks up, it wouldn't. It's not that it doesn't make sense intrinsically. Like it makes sense. Like Windu died, Palpatine gets the hand. He clones Windu to guard this Mount Tantus. So all of that makes sense had Heir to the Empire not previously existed. But it previously has existed. there are certain canonical things that are set in stone with the EU, so now it doesn't work. So it's not like it's a dumb idea, it's just an idea that's too late. Something else has
and it
something
shouldn't
else
be adapting an already existing work and changing it that drastically.
Yeah, yeah. Had by some miracle that been the original idea, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. So
Windu wasn't even a character then.
No, well that's what I mean. Yeah, so like obviously it couldn't have happened, but had that been a thing,
yeah,
that would have been really cool. I mean, had it been in reverse, if it was Windu in the original novel, and then when George went and made the prequels, he put Windu in as a character, that would have been just a really amazing connection. So yeah, all in all, I'm not poo-pooing the idea. It's actually a solid idea had things canonically not already been set in stone.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And then there's the other side of that that we can talk later, because I had a comment that I was like, oh, I have thoughts on that, but I won't bring it up unless it's relevant. Well, this comment here says, oh, cool, an animated fan project. Opens video, it's AI. To a point, that's fine. Like, for some of the filler shots and things, for some of the main things for the interactions between people, the only one I really noticed was 100% AI was Paleon's hair.
I mean, even in general, totally in general, I don't like using AI to replace artists or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're a person on your own, undergoing a project like this, you can either take 6 years to adapt one novel, or you can use AI to help you adapt a novel in a week or two. Like,
yeah.
Particularly if you want to do the whole EU, like I think I would prefer in my lifetime to see every single facet of the EU brought to life like this, accurately. Accurately, but yeah, AI is such a grey area for me because obviously I wanted to get into graphic design and art myself, and I just don't really feel like I can or should even try because it's an industry that's seeing a rather rapid. I'm not going to say death, but it's being affected heavily. A lot of artists that I follow are all complaining about it, the jobs that they would have otherwise had.
That's why the fact you were able to incorporate the Disney look of Mount Tantus.
Did Disney have Mount Tantus?
I guess they do now. I don't know. But that's why it looked different, and we have no idea.
So that's why they were in the sewers. Fair enough.
Yeah, Mace Windu was hanging out with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So someone I was not expecting the Mace Windu plot twists.
No, neither was anyone else.
There's no one really saying that they didn't like it though, which I'm surprised at.
I mean, again, you got to wonder who your audience is now. Like the hardcore EU fan base is definitely one that's getting older and probably has better things to do than sit on YouTube making comments. Which maybe that's a subtle hint that we need to go get lives. But at the same time, if it is predominantly a newer, younger generation that are watching this that probably have never even heard of some of the other novels or have never actually heard of Joris, that maybe this adaptation for them...
Well, there seems to be people that know about it. Mace Windu Joris swap is wild. Mace Windu, huh? Nice retcon. I was like, no, not. At least that's my opinion. It's not.
No, it's not. Unless someone's going through and carefully curating the comments. No, it's if it is a younger audience that aren't as stuck with the original canon, or alternatively, even if it is people who once read the novel 30 years ago and haven't read it since, so it's pretty fuzzy in their mind. Maybe they're fine with a lot of details being overwritten, but that's a pretty major character that's just been erased there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of story threads that have just been erased there. Like it's...
It's not just Heir to the Empire, it's everything else too. When you're watching it, that you have to go, hang on a minute.
If Mace is there, then this couldn't happen, that couldn't happen, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Outbound Flight still could have happened as a novel, because there's no... There's no horrifically direct thing that you'd have to worry about there, but a lot of what happens with Thrawn is the fact that he knows that he killed Joris is why he can be the way he is clone.
Yeah. He knows he's a clone and he's mad and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because he knows full well he killed the original, so it's like, well, I know you're a mad clone.
I guess in this scenario, he knows Mace Windu is a mad clone because he's dead from Lord Vader.
Oh. Thrawn wasn't there. Like,
no
one really knows that.
He might have heard.
I mean, even in the EU itself, had Mace came back at some point, it wouldn't have been overly surprising.
Yeah,
I guess,
like there's a list. There's a list of the dead, the Jedi that have been executed, but they could not be 100% accurate if he had survived.
Yeah. So, yeah, there'd be no way for this particular Thrawn here to know that this Mace is a clone or not off the bat, where he definitely would have known that Joruus was. So, a lot of interesting choices there.
Also,
many that I wouldn't have made, but I'm not making fan films, so.
At least they made sure to have the Elamiri throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, unusual, but yeah.
Like, with the encounter, they didn't suddenly go, oh, there's Elamiri, and now there's not in the shot. There's enough consistency there that they must have paid attention to most of it, at least. But yeah, it is a bit like the Dark Empire fan film we watch, where it's like...
Yeah.
The details are good, and then something happens.
You sit through 80-90% of it going, oh, this is cool. Then you get to the last 10%. Oh.
You go,
ooh.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not much more to say, I guess,
Well, it's not. Like, I can see how this, if you've got, and I apologise in advance, if you've got a puddle-deep understanding of the EU, this would probably be a pretty cool adaptation, because you're not worried about how it fits in with other works that have happened before, during, or after.
And if you don't have as much care for going, we want to see it adapted as accurately as possible.
Faithfully. Yeah. Yeah, if you're just like, I just want to sit here and watch stuff, then it's probably pretty good. I don't know.
But that's what I was thinking, like, even like the title, you should probably put it's a alternate version of it, or something like that, or in the description.
No, just give it like 2 E's, just Heir to the Empire, so it's a clone of. It's not the original one. Just give it two little vowels somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll work. 2 I's, Heir to the Empire.
Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
Because it says, first episode of Heir to the Empire brought you to in a 90s animation anime style. So I would argue 90s animation anime style wouldn't have the 3D modelling that this has.
No. Some of the character designs, like particularly Mara and Card, were a little bit more 80s than
I like
else.
those.
Like, as a character design, but as in terms of motion and everything else.
And like I was saying with Aves, looks a lot more like that era.
Definitely.
Mara and stuff. Yeah, I think they look good. The actual models and things look good for people.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of what's a good 90s anime as an example to compare
I even like Card's accent as well. Like, as much as I went at the beginning, like that was
it grew on me
fitting.
because it is a bit like he looks like he fits the voice of having that wolf-like features in that in the anime.
Yeah. No, very, very fitting. That's fine.
I think this is probably a good example, even though it's just the intro of 90s anime, and I think for people that don't know, they would see a stark difference. And this is just the opening of Bubblegum Crisis.
You're a Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh, yeah. Is he the panning shot? They have that too?
Yep. Face melting into the table.
Yeah.
I don't remember this in Heir to the Empire.
We didn't get that scene in the novel.
No, we got it in the comic though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone remembers that, but the Heir to the Empire comic. The artist went wild there for a second. That hair's amazing.
Yes. You can see with the difference between hand-drawn and then CG layers that they don't look as separated from the background as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So when they say it's 80s style, I can definitely get that from the overall character designs, but
I would think if you really, really want to go to 80s, 90s style, I think it said 90s, you go, well, you should be hand drawing it to give it the proper look.
And ain't nobody got time for that. The amount of people necessary to get that hand drawn from beginning to end would just be, well, not a fan film.
No.
No.
Or just even going, okay, when AI generation and CG stuff looks as close as it can. Which I feel like that is a fair difference to what we see as an example here.
Yeah, to hand draw this would just be so much work. Obviously, the entire teams. So
yeah, entire teams do it. I wouldn't expect that. I don't expect that level of work done on a fan film.
No. I do expect, though, some level of continuity.
Yeah. And just we have a laugh at the AI stuff because it's really obvious.
Oh dear. But yeah, there's definitely some things you can't change like that without it throwing a lot of things out of whack.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you're adapting A New Hope and, you know, the stormtroopers go down the corridor shooting everything up, and then when it's all quiet, there's this smoke, and then Darth Maul walks out. You're like, I mean, cool cameo and all, but
oh, you get to Return of the Jedi, who takes his mask off, Darth Maul. I am your father.
Tell your sister, she was right. Or even worse, to take off the helmet, this baby Darth Maul. What?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's, you know, there's some things that you can't change without really screwing up everything else around it, so. Oh well.
Yeah.
We've still got one. Not to worry, we're still flying one good adaptation of Heir to the Empire.
I just end up seeing so many that just fall short in some way or another. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's right there and they just don't do it.
Yep. Oh dear. No.
Oh, this one's funny because the robots are called boomers.
Okay, boomer.
And so there's lines with bunches like, oh, those boomers.
I do quite enjoy, though, how you've ended up watching this for longer than the actual Heir to the Empire adaptation.
Oh, well, yeah, this is 4 minutes 46. I love this intro. There's so much good with it. There's so much
It's a solid intro.
Yeah.
You've just tricked all the viewers, though. They're here.
You're here now to watch Bubblegum Crisis, folks.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone. Look, there was some fan service at the beginning. What more do you want? Oh, those teeth are fantastic. It's fun.
Yeah.
You had to get Heir to the Empire, but with this kind of animation.
Yes.
Nah. Just don't have the teams for it, I'm afraid.
But Bubblegum Crisis, to be aware, seems like it was made to advertise the music. So yeah, well, while we're on the anime thing, there is one we can have a look at that's relevant.
Ooh.
I think we've had a look at it before. It would be this one, Animation Trailer, whatever they call it. This is by Ariman, apparently. This is the kind of style you'd want to see from the 90s style. They can speak English, it doesn't matter, it's more about the animation. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or subs, it's all good.
Yeah. Some people prefer dubs.
Yeah. That Chewie design is insane, though.
Yeah. The vibe is so cool.
Mm.
僕はルーク・スカイウォーカー。助けに来ました。助けに。
ボスに異常な乱れを感じた。
But I would definitely watch this entire film. Like,
Yes,
no
I
worries.
would too.
Yeah.
俺がハンソロ。ミレニアム・ファルコン号の船長だ。
Reminds me of Cowboy Bebop as well with the style.
No, I'd definitely be happy to watch that.
フォースが守ってくれる。いかなる時も。
Yeah. No.
This is one that's stuck in my mind. It's a short trailer, but it's like that exactly. When did this come out again? 6 years ago.
Time does fly.
So not too long before the Heir to the Empire animation by Darth Angelus.
Which is so far the superior adaptation.
It's got a lot right. And it's, I like how, like, in the museum and that he put all of the references in to different
Like
things.
Revan's mask was in there and stuff and whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
some SWOTOR posters.
Yeah. So good. No, so good.
But like that kind of thing, that's probably the more direct comparison. Have a look at that, like.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars too, so it's a little more direct to it. You can see, obviously, a little bit different design choices, but also that's Luke in A New Hope versus Luke after Return of the Jedi and all that.
Yeah. Oh, even Obi-Wan was looking buff as hell, but you know.
Oh yeah, well that's because what else does he spend his time doing out on Tatooine? He has to work out and be...
Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah, Obi Buff Kenobi.
But not as buff in
really
this shot.
Some of them he looks more buff than others.
Yeah, there was one of them there, I was like, ooh. Obi-Wan got big.
But yeah, he's got to spend his time doing something, and he has to try and stop getting involved with everything in the town.
Yeah,
goes and works out, punching crate dragons for practice.
Lifting towers.
Lifting sand crawlers. Incredible style, just push, lifts the sand crawlers up.
The poor Jail's like, not again. Not this guy.
Yeah, like, that's where I see a lot of the actual models and that they pick look really good. I'm trying to think, because the Mara one looks similar to a character, but then I can't quite place it in my head at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's probably just that same sort of style. So yeah, things to have a think about.
Definitely.
Like, as a fan film, you don't expect too much out of it, but I always go, I like to say, make it the best you can, and try and put that extra effort in. But also, you need to balance it with boundaries.
Yeah. No, tell us more. Yeah,
Tell us more. At least when you AI generate these, you should be looking at the bar. Like, you should be seeing. It's not so bad for like Luke here. Looks like a 3D model.
I need you here.
It is time for you.
And this reminds me of like an anime video game where they have the 3D models that don't look as good.
Yeah.
Whereas later on, they actually do seem to fit better with the right kind of style. With some of the characters.
No, look, in general, though, I mean, look, here's the thing. If this was a 100% faithful adaptation, in terms of keeping the lore intact, I don't think I'd really have an issue, because
No, it's a fan film. We go, haha AI, oh, and you did the Chimera thing again, but then they just did the whole Mace Windu thing.
Yeah, look, if I let the Chimera slip before, I'll let it slip again, but...
Yeah. I'd prefer it not to have those clear markings, but
yeah,
I can let it slip.
Yeah, grand scale of things is not the worst, but oh boy. Have fun.
Whoa.